Don't you worry about me. This is my wheelhouse.
Okay, right. Can we go out a bit more?
Some more rocking space.
Okay.
I would like to thank you all for coming and being here with us today. I look around and I see our friends and family, and I'm so happy we could all be together. There are many friends here who share the same passions and interests, from music to martial arts, but I must give a special mention to my first and greatest love, the glue that holds us all together. Can we have a round of applause for Nando? This side of the room a lot more enthusiastic than this side of the room. Yes, we met in a flurry of juicy thighs and succulent breasts. But more about Laura later.
That joke might be Ian. That joke might
I told you that I'd land, didn't I? The chicken shop has a lot to answer for. Not only suspected brain damage and decreased liver function, but also some lifelong friends and now a wife. So, on to the friends. I must start by thanking Laura's friends for the help they've given us in preparation for today, unlike my friends. John and Ollie excluded. Yes. Particularly, I'd like to thank Suze for being cake maker extraordinaire. And resident photographer. Someone get that woman a red wine. I'd also like to thank Jess for her help in putting together the dreaded seating plan, as well as designing all of the seating charts and table names. I'd also like to thank her for her unwavering loyalty to Laura. During one particularly stressful afternoon of organisation, I tried to make a suggestion about the seating plan, only to be told, sorry Liam, I only answer to Laura. Fair enough, you and me both, sister. I'd like to extend this thanks to all of Laura's friends. I would like to think you're all my friends now. Laura is lucky to have such a wide array of fiercely loyal friends whose WhatsApp output must be some kind of world record. So thank you for always being there for Laura and by extension for me. Thank you. Okay, on to my friends. Like Laura, I am fortunate to have a number of very close friends, all of who straddle the line between strength and sensitivity and are consistently challenging the perceptions of what it is to be a modern man. I'll start with this beautiful boy. That is my best man. Can we have a round of applause for Ollie for being on time? Being on time for the wedding. I put that part in brackets.
In case you're on there.
It was touch and go there for a minute. We're all right. As of this year, Ollie and I will have been friends for 30 years. Yeah, and we're as close now as we have ever been. I would like to point out that I had long hair, a beard and a nose ring first. It's copied every move that I've ever made. During this time we have climbed many mountains, both physically and emotionally. The shakes on there, look. We've been on... Jeez.
You got this,
We've been on road trips across the continent. Where are we? We've been on road trips across the continent, we've entered into many philosophical debates, and we've watched close to 100,000 hours of YouTube. So Ollie, thank you for being here. Thank you for being my best man. Thank you for your unflappable nature. I am proud to have you as what I believe will be a lifelong friend. Okay. I would also like to mention Nick and the Fusion Martial Arts Centre. 20 years ago when I started kickboxing, who would have known where we would be today? The Fusion has been a constant place in my life. I always say it's my church, and Nick is the closest thing to an older brother I've ever had. From student to friend to godfather to his beautiful twins. During the twins' christening service, it was said that the godfather should be someone to turn to in times of crisis as well as the good times. This is a trait that both you and the Fusion have embodied in my life, so I would like to thank you for that. And for giving me a black eye and a concussion 10 days before the 50 wedding. Thank you. And thank you to all of my friends. We are lucky to have a group of men who do not shy away from emotionality, and this allows us to be an invaluable support system to each other. I hope that I can be there for you in the same way you've all been there for me. Thank you. On to the family. I'll start with Laura's side, as the contingent from the wrong side of the Pennines outnumber the Yorkshire lot 2-1. From the time Laura and I met, the family has welcomed me with open arms. I'd like to thank Alison and Gary for always welcoming me into their home, where you're always sure to get a hearty cooked meal, a highly competitive board game, and the occasional midnight headstand competition. Thank you both for the support you have given us over the years. Moving on to the Fitzsimmons-Faulkner household, where you are always sure to find quick wit, the odd game of chess, intellectual conversation, and the occasional double entendre. I'd like to give everyone a quick warning though, that although Lucy looks sweet and innocent, she is a purebred Scouser and will rob you as soon as we look at you. More recently, we have become closer to the Huxleys, though through unfortunate circumstances. Although we never got the chance to make it official, I consider you all to be my family. I look forward to adding to the happy memories we've already made with Carol, only this time without the big man. And to all of those who knew and loved Mark, I can't express to you how sorry I am I can't be here today. We all know how much you would have loved it. He was, after all, the king of a good time. So I'd like to remind everyone to enjoy themselves as much as possible, as it is what Mark would have done. To Laura and Pippa, I know that he loved you and was proud of you, and I'm sorry he can't be here to share with us today.
Oh, okay.
On to my family. To my mum, thank you for your endless love and support. You have always pushed me to achieve everything in my power. You have always been my biggest champion, and your uncompromising attitude to life, as well as your unwavering positivity, are a constant source of inspiration to me. You have demonstrated the importance of hard work and forging your own path. This is shown through your many business ventures and even now in apparent retirement. Your passion and enthusiasm for your art leaves little surprise at the success you are achieving. Your compassion is in abundance in your representations of interesting characters through your lens. Both of my parents have been incredibly supportive of creative endeavours, and for this I am immensely grateful, as art and creativity are amongst the greatest joys in my life. I was 10 years old when my dad first brought home a drum kit. I was not aware that he was a drummer up until that point, and the arrival of a drum kit plus a dad who could play it was just about the coolest thing this 10-year-old had ever seen. From then on, I was hooked, playing drums for hours every day when I came home from school. If listening to a 10-year-old smash away on the drums for hours doesn't show you my parents' support, then I don't know what does. Only once was I ever told, you've got to stop. You've really got to stop. From then on, I was always provided with drums, guitars, keyboards, microphones, 4-track recorders, driven to and from band rehearsals, supported at countless gigs, and generally encouraged in my passion and pursuit of the arts. So to my dad, thank you for bringing the drums home all those years ago. Thank you for your encouragement when it's needed, and thank you for telling me to stop acting like a complete bell end when You showed me the importance of straight talking, and you were never afraid of giving me some uncomfortable truth instead of a convenient lie. I could always be sure of an honest appraisal of any performance from my dad. He's quite prepared to say, that was pretty rough. After something was not up to standard. However, that means when you get a, that was really good, you know it's sincere. So, thank you, Dad. Sophie, thank you for all of your cat sitting, particularly the time I received an exacerbated phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning to say you've been chasing Morty around the streets of Armley because the little prick was stuck inside. Miss you, Morty. Miss you, Morty. Sophie, I respect your no-nonsense attitude and the fact you will always stand up for yourself and what you believe in. I'm so glad you found James, who I love and respect, and now is well and truly part of the family. For those who don't know, Sophie received her black belt years before I did, and at the time she was the club's first female black belt as well as the youngest black belt. This was years before the days of kids' classes, so as a young woman in her early teens, she used to train and spar with grown men on a regular basis. This is testament to your toughness and tenacity. I'd also like to point out that by my count that makes 4 black belts in attendance today, as well as a brown belt and 2 purple belts. So you'll all best watch yourself. To my family, I love you all. Thank you all for being here. And last, by absolutely no means least, we have the one and only Laura Johnson.
Carry it, don't worry.
Oh, no. That's the speech over.
You've been talking for too long, Liam.
Okay. Many different monikers. LJ, Ludge, Laws, or my own personal favourite, Lordy! Lordy! I'm sure every new husband pays tribute to his beautiful wife. But I don't think beautiful does you justice. You are a force of nature. I have a theory that you could drop Laura into an empty black void, and within a week she would have made friends, got a promotion, rearranged the furniture, changed the curtains, and made a detailed long-term plan for the betterment of the void and all the reasons. All while still wearing pyjamas and laying down for around 10 to 12 hours a day. As I have mentioned, Laura and I met at Nando's. One of my earliest memories of working with Laura is when we had a competition to see who could fit the most cherry tomatoes in their mouth. The winner got to go home early. Of course, I lost, but I knew then that this woman was going for it. We've had so many wonderful experiences over the years, including, but not limited to, hiking in the Himalayas, whitewater rafting in Nepal, boarding sweaty, cramped sleeper trains in India, swimming with whale sharks in Mexico, watching the sunrise on top of a volcano in Guatemala, camping by the sea in Croatia, getting soaked to the bone while drunk on muscatel in Portugal, kayaking down rivers and across lakes, getting food poisoning and being stalked by hungry vultures. And who can forget the infamous rope swing incident? That's all I'm saying.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. We have many happy memories, but some of my happiest memories is cups of tea in bed on a Sunday morning with you and the cats. I admire your refusal to accept second best in any aspect of life. You are always moving forwards and looking for the next challenge. This pushes me to become a better version of myself, and I could not be happier and prouder of the life we have built together.
Yes. Whoa.
Even if sometimes I would like to just sit down for a while. You give your absolute all to every endeavour you undertake. This is no more apparent than in your incredible success in all of your academic pursuits and your endless professional development. Your big brain never ceases to amaze me. There is no idea too highbrow, no philosophical question you won't consider, no piece of art that you won't sit and assess, and no spicy chicken wing that you won't eat. You are always striving to be better, and this is why you have been and continue to be an absolute asset to everyone you are around, whether that be at work, with friends, as a travelling companion, or as a partner. This is attested to by the amount of loving and loyal friends that you have here today. You'll never be short of someone to fight your corner, and I hope to always be your biggest fan and best pal. I could not hope for anyone better to share this life with our heads in the clouds, dreaming of big ideas while having our feet on the ground and walking together towards the best possible versions of ourselves. I love you so much, and I can't wait for the rest of our lives together. So will you join me in a toast to the wonderful Laura?